This to me feels like just the start for the Philadelphia Eagles. This team is going nowhere. They will be the version of the Chiefs in the NFC. Because you look at it, like, look at this game. We've talked about it a lot already. Where is the weakness for this Eagles team? What is going to prevent them from getting to 2 more Super Bowls in, let's say, 5 years? 3 Super Bowls in the next 5 years. Right? They have an elite run game that's going nowhere. Saquon Barkley just got signed. He's in his prime, just turned 28 today. Happy birthday, Saquon. Can't think of a better way to spend it. Right? The Eagles just had one of the best rushing attacks in all of the NFL. Saquon Barkley tonight passed Terrell Davis. He has the most rushing yards of any running back in NFL history in one season when you combine regular season and postseason stats. He is number 1 in the league. This guy's going nowhere. So you have an elite run game that's not slowing down anytime soon. You have a passing game that does not throw the ball a lot, but when they do, they're damn good at it. Jalen Hurts showed you tonight, 17 of 22, 221 passing yards, 3 total touchdowns. They don't throw it often, but when they do, he's efficient, he's accurate, he's smart with the football, he can make some big-time throws. He can make any throw you need him. Across the middle, dump off, deep ball down the sideline. He finds his receivers. By the way, he's got plenty of guys to throw the ball to. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, one of the best wide receiver duos in the league. By the way, Jahan Dotson, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. We're talking about an embarrassment of riches here. 5, 6 legitimate threats for Hurts to throw the ball to. That offensive line is one of the best in the league. And by the way, they're mostly pretty young outside of Lane Johnson. So offensively, this core is going to stick together here for the next 5 years. They're going nowhere. And then you look defensively, with how young this defense is. I mean, we saw that defensive line just absolutely dominate this Chiefs offensive line. They took over the game. They were the difference. Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl MVP, and not to take anything away from Hurts because I thought he was great in this game. I mean, the MVP of the game was that Eagles defensive line. And if for whatever reason, I don't know why they don't do it. I think it's kind of ridiculous that they don't do this, but you should give an entire position group the MVP. But the Eagles defensive line tonight should have gotten the MVP award. 6 sacks of Patrick Mahomes. The pressure caused 3 turnovers, including a strip sack and a pick 6. And you know how many times the Eagles blitz in this game? 0. 0 blitzes from Vic Fangio. All that pressure on Patrick Mahomes. Never felt comfortable. I mean, he played the worst game of his career, in large part because of the havoc that was wreaking down on him by that Eagles defensive line. The linebackers are very good. That secondary, despite being young with 2 rookies there in DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, are very sound and do a really good job. There's no weakness on this Eagles roster. Now, hell, even look at the coaching staff. I know you're losing Kellen Moore, which stinks as a big loss. But Nick Sirianni, I think, just showed you now that he has a pretty good track record of hiring, whether it's Shane Steichen from a few years ago or now Kellen Moore. Vic Fangio is a home run hire here as well. He's going nowhere. So your defense is going to stay intact. I was looking now, 8 guys that are going to be in Philly on defense that are starters and or major contributors that are locked up for the next few years. So that defense is sticking together. That offense is sticking together. This team is going nowhere. They're young. They're right now in their prime. The coaching staff, for the most part, is going to stay the same. Nick Sirianni finally gets over the hump. Maybe that makes him now even a better coach. We've seen examples of LeBron James, right? When he finally got that first title, kind of the pressure and the weight was lifted off of him, and he became an even better player because now he's kind of playing more free. Now that the pressure of winning a championship is off of him. Not that Sirianni is going to be the LeBron James of coaching in the NFL. That's not what I'm saying. But now, I thought Sirianni did a great job the second half of this year of keeping this team together, having them play for one another, understand the assignment, playing selfless football. Maybe now he becomes an even better coach now that the pressure, it's Philly, so the pressure's always on. But now that he finally got a championship, maybe now he believes in himself even more and becomes an even better coach. So, you look at this Eagles team, why can't they, again, reach 2 or 3 more Super Bowls in the next 5 years? Why can't they win another 1 or 2 Super Bowls here in the next 5 years? They, to me, are going to be the Chiefs of the NFC. They are the team to beat. They are the standard now going forward. I think we'll, including tonight, over the next 5 years, we're going to see the Eagles in the Super Bowl more times than not. Look at the rest of the NFC right now. The Lions undergoing major coaching changes. You lose your offense coordinator, lose your defense coordinator. A lot of coaching changes now going on in Detroit. The 49ers, I don't think their window is closed, but they have some major personnel decisions to figure out here. We've already seen on Sunday reports of Deebo Samuel basically being allowed to seek a trade, so maybe Deebo is gone. We'll see what the future of George Kittle like. I like the 49ers, but they have some major questions right now going forward. The Commanders are young, still need a few more pieces to kind of get over the hump here. Like, you look around the rest of the NFC, the Vikings got some quarterback questions here as well, with Sam Darnold probably leaving and J.J. McCarthy now as a rookie, essentially, missing his entire first year, taking over next year. Like, you look around the NFC, who's beating the Eagles? Well, like right now, I would make the Eagles the favorite in the NFC to go back to the Super Bowl. Who is beating them? We saw tonight, the Eagles are unbeatable when they play their A game. I thought they've been the best team in the league now for about 3/4 of the season, at least halfway through the season. They never got the credit I thought they deserved nationally. And they just, on the biggest stage, showed you when we are locked in and playing our best football, we are unbeatable. They're young, they're talented, they're deep, they're multi-dimension, meaning they have different ways they can beat you through the air, through the ground, with their defense. Like, the Eagles are here to stay. They, to me, I think now this is for them is just the beginning. They've been to 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years. They just get over the hump and win their first. They're not going anywhere. They will be like the Chiefs of the NFC. In this game more times than not, and getting at least 1 or 2 more victories and rings on their fingers in the immediate future here. This is just the beginning for Philly.